Hello friends, welcome back to handwriting practice. This is video 5 in a series that I'm doing on letter formation that you can practice at home. We are using this kind of paper. However, if you're using binder paper, give yourself some guidelines like that. I encourage you to use some paper or a whiteboard to follow along at home. Last video we talked about the beginning of the plain line round letters that are letters that start at the plain line or just a little below actually, and are round, obviously. I also call this the C family of letters. They all live in the C house here, and that goes along with the story that I tell when I get kids doing these letters to get them the right direction. All right, so I'm gonna erase these guys that we did last time. Keeping that letter C to just remember, we're gonna start right here, a little below that dotted line, go back and around like this. Now, the next letter is my very favorite in this family because it is not how I have ever made a D until just a few years ago, but it makes a huge difference in mixing him up with his other tricky letter B. So just like C, O, A, and G, we're gonna start just below this dotted line. We're gonna circle around, go to the house, get your snack, come back out again, go up here, then we're gonna go up to, oh, I got stuck in a bump, up to the skyline, and then straight down with a tiny cute tail. All right, I'm going to show you again how I do that. Starting right here, a little below the dotted line, up, around like a C, up to the skyline, down, and that little tail, okay? If you make your Ds that way, start them at the bottom with this curved shape like a letter C, you're not going to mix them up with letter B, okay? That is one of the trickiest things about learning to write is these tricky letters. I have another video a little bit about them. But if you make your D this way, that won't happen anymore. And kids are resistant because they've been making it this way. Definitely adults are resistant. But I tell them, I've been able to retrain my brain how to make a D, and I automatically make it this way now. And I just started this a couple years ago. So if I can train myself in my 40s, you definitely at 6, 7, 8, or 9 can retrain your brain to make it this way to cut down on reversals. Plus, I think it looks kind of pretty that way. All right, the next letter in the C family also starts the same, a little bit below that dotted line, curve back towards the house just like a C. We're gonna close up. We're gonna go straight down to the worm line, and this time we're gonna kick back to make our Q. Also a tricky letter that can get mixed up with P, 9, all kinds of things happening with those circle and a stick letters. So put them in this family. Think about the shape that you're making, okay? Towards this house and back out again. Get that memory so that it's automatic how to write that letter and you don't have to think about it when you're spelling or getting your creative ideas out. I'm gonna do one more below the dotted line, up to the plain line, curve around to the grass line. Back where you started, down to the worm line, and kick back. All right, awesome. Now, there are 2 more letters in this C family, live in the C house, start with this sort of direction, okay? I kind of call them the cousins of the family because they're not as similar as these guys. But let's take a look. The first one is letter S, a letter that is commonly written backwards. So again, think of him being in the C family, a little below that dotted line, curve up, towards the house and back out again. The difference is he goes back out to play, but decides he's still hungry and goes back home again. Let's do another one. Up towards the house, fly back, around, and back down again, okay? Think of it as flying backwards, as coming towards this house, okay? If you don't love my house story, put a sticky note left side of your paper with pretty much anything there. You know, a picture of your family dog, whatever that gets your child in the memory of going backwards. Gets you, children that are practicing this at home, in the habit of making this the right direction. Curve back towards this house to get the S going the right way, okay? Because he commonly gets mixed up with Z because they're formed the same, S, Z. In some words, S makes the sound of Z and Z goes the other way. So we don't want to mix them up, okay? So towards the house, get that snack, go back out again, decide you're still hungry, and go home again. That is letter S. The last letter in this family of letters is letter E. Now, he doesn't start the same. He starts right here in the middle, okay? Let's see, I'll bring you a little bit closer. I'm gonna cut my head off, that's okay. All right, we're gonna start here in the middle. We're gonna go straight out, stop, pause. pause for just a second. Then he gets into that C family shape of going up and around. Oh, I didn't make my line long enough. Let's try that again. I'm going to come a little closer here. Go straight out, stop and pause, up and around. Okay, the pause in the sharp corner is also important. I see a lot of E's that look like this. Okay, we call them the fish E's. They kind of start looking like this and bloop, 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 bloop. Okay, you don't want your E turning into a fish. Whoop, 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 there he is. All right, that sharp corner is what makes that difference. So you're gonna think this about going out away from the house to start with. You're gonna fly forward, then you're gonna stop and turn it into a C. The story that we've told in my classroom is that this member of the C family is just a little toddler, or maybe not even a toddler, just a baby trying to crawl, right? And they try to crawl away from their mom, and they're trying to get away with something. And then they stop and have to come back home again, and then go out together. Okay, so that is letter E. So one last time before we finish up, I'm going to draw all the letters of the C family. And I just think this is super cool because I never noticed all these letters that start the same. So we have C, we have O, A, I don't know if they're all going to fit on here, G, D, my favorite, Q, I'm going to make a kind of skinny S here, and last, our E. Oh, he got a little wonky, I'm sorry. All right, so that is the C family, plain line round letters that all live in this house and all go this direction. Have fun practicing and become experts on those at home. Thank you.